What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to Luzenac. It's episode number 15 of The Climb, and I can explain. There is a reason that Jermaine Defoe is in a Luzenac shirt, and I'm going to try and justify it and make sense of it. We got an injury. I needed a new centre attack in mid. There wasn't really any on the table. He was the best one. What have I done? Out with the old, I was saying last episode. Big Dub got shin splints, and he was out for 3 to 4 months. And you could say I panicked. I would say that with a calm and level head, I found a replacement. Now, whether or not you could claim that Jermaine Defoe really is an advanced playmaker, I will admit it's up for debate. He has only got 11 passing and 11 vision, but for this level, that's quite kind of good. But yeah, Big Dub, out for a long time. I needed a replacement. Defoe's in, but he's not the only player we've signed over the course of, the last month or so since you were last here. We've been busy, everyone. We've signed a few players for a bit of strength in depth. Atigui is one such player. If he has to play, we've had an injury crisis, but on £50 a week, I can stomach that cost. He looks okay. I'm not going to try and make him sound better than he is. He's distinctly average, everyone. I can admit it. A few other players that we've got in here. Carrot Hart has joined us. He is a versatile defensive option, can play centre-back where I did need a new centre-back. The fact he can play left-back, right-back, left wing-back, right wing-back. Perfect backup as far as I'm concerned. And then a few players for the first team have also joined us. The first player is Johan Billingley, or Billingy. He's a right back. He's a Congolese international right back, which is pretty impressive. Formerly of Toulouse, you can see they bought him in for £185,000. He played 3 games in Ligue 1, got demoted to their B team where he did okay. He joins us, and within a week of him joining, he's a key player, and he will be making a debut today in at right back. I do feel bad playing him at right back because, to be honest, Lorette, who we signed just last episode, has been pretty okay at right back, but it was the kind of player who crops up, and you know what, sometimes you have to just ignore form, you have to ignore what you know and go, this player has a bigger polygon than the other player, I need him, and Johan is in the van. And there's one last transfer that we've managed to get done since you were last here. You've probably heard the expression, Manan could have scored that chance. We're going to be testing that because I have signed Manan. He's 26 years old, released by Rodez. You can see last year was playing in Ligue 2. The year before last he was playing in Ligue 2. He then went down to the National League with them when they got relegated. Did not get a chance. He's come and joined us. He's had 2 games where he's played really, really well and 2 where he's been pretty bad. So his average rating isn't superb, but we are finally going to be able to see if Manan could have scored that chance. I'm expecting lots of bad puns. He's a very smiley chappy. I feel happy looking at him. And, I feel even more happy looking at him when he's playing well on a football pitch. So since you were last here, we've played 6 games in all competitions, 5 in the league, 1 in the cup, and we've been really bloody good. Really, really good. To be honest, I've been surprised at how amazing we've been. We've not been truly tested, I don't think, just yet, but so far, so good. And of course, last episode we took on Tours. They have started the season pretty well. They got that last-minute goal for the draw. And, following on from that, we took on Brest's second team. 2 weeks later, 2 corners, yes, Hugo Robert, the man of the moment again. A goal and an assist to his name. He's already scored, I think, 3 or 4 goals this season. He's absolutely loving it at centre-back. And he was big for us in this game against Brest. We then took on FC Rouen. And, we won 2-0 in this one. Manan got us off to a flyer. Of course she did. He scored after 13 minutes. And then Birane Bar with an uncharacteristic set piece. I say uncharacteristic because he's okay at free kicks, but usually it's Castellang who would be over it. We gave him a chance. He banged it into the top bins. Lovely little goal for him. Ngawala was a naughty boy and got sent off in the 86th minute. This was one of the reasons that spurred me, I suppose, to get in a few more attacking options, was just Ngawala. I don't want to say he's useless, but he doesn't look great, and there's a lot of cons there that I don't really like. And, the sending off kind of further cemented the need for improvements. So anyway, we beat Rouen, and then we took on Vannes OC. Not as convincing this one, a 1-0 win. Lorette with the goal, the player who I have just replaced from the first team. It was a set-piece goal, of course it was. He was there at the back post for a free kick from deep. And then we went on and took on Cannes, against their second team, not the full-fat team, the B team, the rejects. We won 3-0, 2 set pieces early on in this game. It's something that really this season has been a trend. We are turning ourselves into a weapon of mass destruction from set pieces. We've taken inspiration from Mbakani last year. Hugo Robert got the first, Manan got the second, and then Stefano Zobo, just with a really merciless effort, to be honest. He scored a few absolute bangers in recent games. A really powerful strike here to get our third goal. And in the next game, well, we scored 4. Unfortunately, we did lose the run of clean sheets, but a 4-1 win. And in this game, Rudy Lorette got a goal. Of course he did. Sudani then got a goal through a really, really nice, I think it was Manan with it, if I'm remembering correctly. Or was it Zobo? There was a player who in this game put a superb pass through for our second goal. I feel awful that I can't remember who did it. We then got a goal through, well, they got a goal back actually to make it 2-1. But then Zobo got one, courtesy of a Gerard Morin assist. And well, he got another, courtesy of a Gerard Morin assist. The 17 or 18-year-old now, he's absolutely loving it. He's been really, really good at centre mid. A bit of a surprise package, to be honest. And 2 assists in this game here. Obviously, it's 17. I've got high hopes for his potential. And to be fair, so far, he's stepped up pretty well. A 7.28 average rating at centre mid. And if we just look here, he's not even playing deep line playmaker, so you've not even got that reason to discount him. But yeah, a really good start to the year. And to be honest, that has been born out of just really good possession play. We did make it through the French National League Cup. That was against Canet Roussillon, a team from our league last year. I rotated the team. It went to extra time. The big guns came on off the bench and made a difference there. But yeah, just as I was going to say, the reason I think we've done so well in these games is just our ability to dominate possession. We've been so good. I mean, if we just look at team detailed here, our average possession currently sits at 63%. We are so good at holding on to the ball. It makes us so good defensively. And when you look at the team and you look at kind of the players at our disposal, it's not entirely surprising. If we just look at technical here, and then where is passing? You can see passing here. For this level, we've got some very good passers of the ball, many of whom, you know, do feature regularly in the first team. And the technique across the board is very good. We are a good footballing playing team for this level. And, well, we have been impressive so far. I feel like we've added some really good strength. Of course, Manana's come in and got 3 goals in 5 games. Stefano Zobo, who's joined us on loan from Toulouse. Was it Toulouse? I think it was Toulouse. It was. He's got 3 goals in 6 games in the league. I'm already weighing up the possibility of signing him permanently, although it will cost in the region of £100,000, but that we can probably make it work. You can see here our current wages are now at £8,000. We have renewed a load of wages, and well, the only player on an amateur deal in our entire team is the man of the moment today. It's his birthday, everyone, or rather, it was 6 days ago. Julien Blaise joins us, 16 years old, finally eligible to play. Today is his first ever senior game, a big moment for what I'm hoping is going to be the big product of our academy. Of course, we've upgraded the youth facilities a ton, or not the youth facilities, but rather the youth recruitment a ton over the years. It's now at an exceptional level. I'm hoping that Julien here is really the start of things to come. He's a bit of a taster for what to expect in the coming years. But what an incredible player he is. He's finally old enough to play. He's just signed an amateur deal, and at the moment, he doesn't want to sign a new deal. Of course, when a player is 15, you can offer them a senior deal, but it doesn't trigger and become active until they turn 16. Because we weren't semi-pro at the time, we offered him an amateur deal. He's taken that, he's turned 16, and it's now become active. And because it's only just become active, he doesn't want to discuss a proper deal. I am petrified a team are going to poach him. I really am. I've been trying to butter him up. We've been complimenting him on his conduct. We are already in his favourite personnel here. But given the fact he is outspoken, short-tempered and confrontational, I'm dreading the day that we get teams declaring transfer interest in him, because despite the fact he is a hometown hero, born in the town of Lausanne, a favourite club of his as well, the team, he could turn quite quickly against us. So something to keep an eye on there. But anyway, today's game is the French Cup 5th round. I will level with you. We're taking on Cannes. I was hoping for a more exciting game to bring you, but they're a team who aren't too bad at all. They play one league below us, but as you can see here, they've got really good training facilities and youth facilities. Not a bad team at all. With a media prediction of 3rd. They could put up a little bit of opposition today. So a chance for us to show you what we're all about. In terms of the team for today's game, I think this is the team we're going to go with. Now, you'll notice that Jermaine Defoe is only on the bench, and I will level with you. I just don't really want to become overly reliant on him if I can avoid it. I'd much rather be in a position where he is a backup player. We can bring him in to have a bit of an impact, of course. With Big Dub out injured, we have got Sudani, who we signed this year, who is a pretty adequate advanced playmaker. He naturally slots in. The issue is that we don't really have a player beyond him who can play the position. When you look across this team, though, this is very close to being what I think is probably our overall best 11 at the moment. The king of one-on-ones in goal, Enzo at left-back. Obviously, Billingsley is going to be making his debut today, a big moment for him. I do feel sorry for Rudy Lorette, because I was ready to start singing, you know, Rudy, 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 na, 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 when he scored goals, but, well, now he's on the bench. So this song that I thought of while I was in the shower, absolutely no purpose in it, because he's probably not going to play too much now. That said, he's been replaced by a far superior player. Hugo Robert, so far this year, has 3 goals in 6 league games. He's loving it at this level. He's just taller than everyone else. It's like when you play junior football and there's the one guy on your team who's just taller than everyone else, and you just aim for his head. That is what Hugo offers us. Alongside him, Scodato hasn't contributed with the same goals. He's not as good in the air, but you can see a super consistent. Look how green it is. It's the greenest of greens. A super consistent centre-back. And to be fair, so far a 7.23 average rating for him is not too bad at all. They are hitting it off at centre-back. I'm still eagerly anticipating that green link. Barr is kind of just doing his thing at ball-winning midfielder. Of course, he's not a bad player at all. He kind of does what he needs to. He wins the ball well, he's fairly aggressive, and he can pass, which is a core component of our team. And obviously, alongside him, we've got Moreno, who's had a good initial impact on the team. Zobo out on the right has pleasantly surprised me. Naturally a striker, but he's actually putting his best performances out on the right-hand side. Granted, he's only had one chance to shine down the middle, but, well, with Manan now in the team, I just feel like Zobo is just going to be that right inside forward for us now. It's kind of a role that's become his own, and, well, a left inside forward, a role that I think is going to just become Julian Blazer's forever. Maybe not forever. I'm sure we'll change the system at some point, but for now he does slot in pretty well. I am conscious of the fact that I've not talked that much about the tactical system here at the club over the last few years. To be honest, it's not changed a great deal. I feel like at these earlier levels, you kind of just want to play things safe. There's no point in overcomplicating things. And, well, you can see here, it's not like there's a whole host of instructions. We're just looking to play positive football, work the ball into the box, use the wings where we can. We've got really good, strong players in the wide areas. And, well, as is evident, I suppose, by the 63% average possession, if you don't concede, and, well, if you don't let the opposition have the ball and don't concede possession, you're not going to concede goals either. And to be fair, that's kind of just the mantra we've had for the last few years, and it's worked really, really well for us. I have been pleasantly surprised by how well Morin and Barr have worked together. Obviously, it's a little unusual not to have a super defensive role in the 2 centre mids. Obviously, all on support, with Sudani also on support. As a trio in the middle, they are really, really important to the way we play. Whilst we do focus play down the wing, in terms of switching the ball from side to side, those central players passing really is tested. So far, they've really excelled at it. So anyway, let's get into today's game against Cannes. Obviously, there's one player who we're all just going to be staring at. Let's be honest. It's like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy. I can't really think of one. We need to give him a number. We need, the pressure of a number. What number to give him? He was born in 2005. That doesn't really help me. Can't give him the number 5. Blaze, what numbers are available, mate? I mean, we could give him the number 3, but that doesn't make any sense. Otherwise, it's number 55. Someone is going to write in the comments 69. No, we're not doing it. I'm sorry, we're not doing it. I'm not that guy. You know what? I'm just going to give him my birth year. Why my birth year? Why make this about me? I don't know, 95, that's not my birth year, but it's a nice number. And Johan, you're a right back, you can have number 3. I think number 3 is normally a left back, but rules are there to be broken, and I don't care about you, little Jimmy, who's watching, who cares far too much about squad numbers. They're not important, folks. They're just not. But anyway, let's see how we get on against Cannes. Looking at their formation, they're playing 5 at the back. You hate to see it. I imagine they are going to be looking to catch us out on the break. And actually, that's one thing that this system that we play has done surprisingly well. I thought, I'm sure you've experienced it, you play Football Manager, there's games where you dominate possession and you just kind of get caught out. But actually having the wing-backs or the full-backs be on full-backs on support rather than wing-backs, they're very rarely caught too high up the field. It's something that I've not really used that much in FM. I'm the kind of person who just, I go, well, I want my fullbacks to overlap, let's put them on wing-backs. But actually, having the fullbacks on fullback on support rather than the wing-back role has worked really well for us. And well, Bar, bringing the ball forward here, Fred's through Manan. Can Manan score? Of course. Well, she's offside. It's a vision. She can't quite see you. She got her driving licence revoked recently. But Manan, I thought he was going to get us off to a flyer, show us what he's all about. He has had a really good start here. Obviously, we are taking on a lower league team here. I'm anticipating a dominant display. Really, today is all about Blaze. And I don't want to bing him up too much. I don't want to make the whole series about Blaze. But let's be honest, he's miles better than absolutely everyone else. And he's the man who's going to bring fans through the turnstiles out on the left-hand side. You can look at me lovingly gazing over at him from the sideline with my green suit on as we lump the ball over to Manan, who has got some pace in him and, well, hasn't got a finish in him. That's a shame. Yeah, Manan is just your typical advanced forward. He's not super quick. He's not terrible in the air. He's not target man quality in the air. He's just, I don't know, he's just fairly standard. Marin, don't ever shoot again, friend. Don't ever shoot again. So far against Cannes, we are looking the better team. I would love to go on a little run in the French Cup. This is the 5th round. I think the board expectations are the 7th round again this year. Enzo's on a booking. In fact, a few of our players are on a booking. And it's 0-0 at half-time. What are we doing here, boys? I've had a bit of a shouty shout, and Marin, bless him, he's got a little upset. It's a bit like when you tell off a young child too much for something. They get more upset than you expected them to. That's what's happened with Gerard Marin. We've told him he's unlucky. Now he's looking happy. We've given him a lollipop. He stopped his crying. Hopefully now in the second half he's going to be able to switch on. There is a point at which I'm going to be looking at the likes of Mutaki, Sega and Defoe and thinking, maybe I need to throw you on. In both the League and Cup this year, it's worth noting, we only get 5 subs. So we are somewhat limited in the options that we have. Scudato is on a booking, which scares me for the centre-back. And I've been very underwhelmed. So Jermaine Defoe, come and be an advanced playmaker. Zobo has been quiet. I'm going to bring in Sega Keita. And Julian Blaze, I would probably normally take you off at El Mutaki here. But I'm going to show some patience with 18 minutes left. I think this game would go straight to extra time. I say that like I'm not sure. We know it from last year, everyone. We've been in this competition at this stage before. I think it's time just to push the tempo up and go slightly more direct and attacking. This is a change that I very frequently do. Jack said do. A change that I make. Let's do that instead. A change that I make in this kind of situation. But to be fair, what an awful game. It's 0-0. They've not had a shot. They've just not had a shot. We've had 66% of the ball. They're playing with 5 at the back. Boys, please. Do it, please. Just do it for me. Just do it for me. That's all I really ask. I mean, surely there's got to come a breakthrough soon. I'm going to make our last sub. Manan, come off. Mutaki, on you come, lad. I'm going to bring him on in the final third. See what he can do. Jermaine Defoe has not had the desired impact at Advanced Playmaker. And I am very nervous that we are about to get super FM'd here. That this could go all the way to penalties and we just lose it. So I'm going to go very attacking. I've already made a ton of changes, so I don't really want to change too much else. But let's just, I don't know, let's press harder, distribute quicker, throw it longer. Let's get it up to the wide players that little bit quicker. We've got 4 minutes. What is happening? I'm losing my mind. I've lost... I mean, you know what? They've parked the bus and fair play to them. It's kind of worked. I'm going to be honest, we don't have particularly good penalty takers here, so this does fill me with dread. It's worth noting that, as has been the case all year through this Football Manager, my penalty counter doesn't work, so we're going to have to count ourselves as can go 1-0 up in the shootout. I mean, Bar, you're on a booking, but can you do something for me here? I'm actually nervous, everyone. I'm actually nervous. Why am I nervous? He's just smashed it into the bottom corner. For a second, I did think he had missed the target. 1-1 after 1 penalty each. Now it's with Adiducci. I don't know. That doesn't sound correct, does it? He hits it, and well, Guibert doesn't make a save. He's usually the hero, is Guibert. I'm looking at him expectantly. Perhaps more out of hope than genuine expectation. Sega, can you tie it up at 2-2? Of course he can. Never in doubt. Why have I got a feeling this is going to go to sudden death? Coulomb steps up for them to put them 3-2 up in the shootout. He hits it. Guibert goes the right way but can't stop it going in. Hugo Robert, centre-back, is now taking our next penalty. We don't have penalty takers in our team. Hugo, you've scored a lot so far this year. You've just missed the target. Imagine if we lose this. Imagine if we lose this. What will I do? I mean, then we just focus on the league, I suppose. But Boyer smashes it in. Makes it 4-2 in the shootout. We have to now score this. No pressure, Jermaine Defoe. But we have signed you, not for a massive amount in wages, it is worth noting. You might have seen, I think we've got him in for about £300 a week. He's not a big earner by any means. Just desperate for a move and fancied a trip, I suppose, where he could go skiing. Jermaine, to keep us in the shootout, to make it 4-3 after 4 penalties each. Can he score it? Of course, it was never in doubt. The issue is now if they score, they do just win the shootout. We need them to miss, then we have to score, and it would go to sudden death. Gibert. Look at how he's walking. Look at him strut. He's ready. He looks up for the fight. I think he's got this in him. I don't know why. I've got an inkling. Gibert, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Can he make the stop, the keeper? No, he can't. How have we just lost this? That might be one of the worst FMings I've had all year. Hugo Robert's got man of the match as a centre-back. One absolutely awful game. The subs that we brought on did absolutely nothing. In fact, you could argue they did worse than the players they replaced. We lose in the French Cup 5th round against a team in a lower league. They had one shot all game. But you know what? They held their nerve in the shootout, and I only really have ourselves to blame. We were not good enough in that game. Defensively, much like we've been all year, superb, creating a ton of chances. But well, we've let ourselves down. And also, Robert got man of the match, but he missed the penalty. He missed the penalty in the shootout, but got given man of the match. Football Manager, you are drunk. I am not very happy. Guys, I am going to go away and cry and sulk. Blaze, that was the worst debut ever. You've let me down. You've let yourself down. You've let the town of Luzenac down. Oh, I need to go vent, everyone. We'll be back again tomorrow. Things can only get better. I'm not sure what game we're going to come back for. I think we'll wait and see how the league plays out. You can see at the moment there are 4 teams separated by just 1 point after 6 games. Still all to play for. Still early days. 30 games in this season. We continue with it and refocus on it, I suppose, tomorrow. And well, hopefully things can be a little bit better, because that was blooming awful. It is me, Jack. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. How have we lost?